Yeah, let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Left Coast Live. It has been a while. It is Tuesday, November 18th. I am your host, Dieter McBusiness, American Wasp, joined as always by the one and only Stat Pat, Stateless Patriot. We are California lefties talking to you about national politics. But today, Stat Pat, I'm going to let you be doing all of the current events and news and keeping us grounded.
Of course.
But I wanted to take a moment in today's show for our loyal listeners and viewers to know that I'm going through some shit with the people that I allude to in my essays. And I want to give you all some advice if you have people that are even remotely conservative in your life. Never trust them. Never be truly vulnerable with them. Never confide in them your most sacred secrets. And definitely never get money involved in that relationship at all. Ever. Because what I have come to realize about conservatism since 1980 is that it's not just about justifying people's greed, because that's the obvious conclusion. When you take it to an interpersonal place, you realize that it's actually to justify their narcissism. And it's, in most cases, a conditioned narcissism, a narcissism that was put into their minds at an early age, whether it be the culture of I'm so special in America, or whether it be the culture of American exceptionalism, or most prolifically, the culture of Confederate Christianity. That's the real evil to me. Because knowing as much as I do about Christ and his journey through this earth and through history as a memory that we all latched onto at some point and tried to understand whether we wanted to or not, because it's shoved down our fucking throats.
Yeah.
It's narcissism, hypocrisy, and ignorance. Those are the big three cardinal sins of America. And until we say it out loud in one voice, these are our sins, we will never truly address them. We will never get past them. And what's going on with this country right now, I mean, just you take it over in a minute. But I'm glad to see there's some signs of hope in terms of the implosion of Maga. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about it, and you're going to be doing a lot of educating with me, but I just wanted to let you all know that on a personal level, for your own self-protection, if you got Maga in your life, definitely don't trust them at all. And if you got anti-Maga conservatives in your life, still watch your back. And this is coming from personal experience, and money puts all that shit on cocaine. Money makes all that shit worse. So I guess that's just for all of those of you out there who want to say, oh, they're good people, but they're just misguided, or they're just aren't educated. Fuck that. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. They're not developed human beings. And you can't forgive them. Never forgive, never forget, never again. Take it away, Stat Pad.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy how, I mean, since the last time we did a show, how much everything is flipped on its head, how much everything is just turned around. I mean, it's not to say that the left is in any good shape right now, or that the Democrats look good, because they don't. They absolutely don't right now. Right. But when it comes to MAGA, there are a few things that are finally getting the tried and true MAGA faithful to start to denounce Trump, the movement in general. Oh, was it all psyop? Like, I feel betrayed. This isn't what I voted for. It's just like, motherfucker, we've all been telling you this for 10 fucking goddamn years now.
Yeah.
But now we're actually seeing the MAGA hats in mass being
Get burned.
burned. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting posted everywhere on Twitter or what have you. But I mean, it's too little, too late. You know,
Yeah.
Trump,
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
Trump is
It's that
president right
simple.
now. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter if his popularity is. I mean, it does matter that his popularity is waning, but
So the question there, I want to hold that
so
thought.
let's
The
yeah.
question with the popularity numbers that I want to see is, does he ever get south of 33% among likely voters? Is this the kind of thing that finally brings him into the 20s? And I haven't seen popularity data lately, so I'm sure it's just, I mean, it's still have to be pretty fresh.
Numbers have him right now at his lowest ever, which is 36%. So
Yeah.
it's pretty damn low. Um, right. We'll see if the full release of the Epstein files contributes to that degrading further. But I mean, on top of the files and the whole mishandling of it. Oh, it's a hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. Oh, they don't actually exist. Oh, they're boring. You don't want to know about them. Just all sorts of excuses. You know, the FBI coming out, Pam Bondi trying to cover for him, just whatever. I think it came to it came down to the fact that like Trump is backed into a corner and he has no choice. The Republican Party has no choice other than to just vote to release all the files. And today, the House and the Senate voted to bring
Release them
the bill or whatever it is up
to
to
a vote.
Donald Trump's desk, and all he has to do is sign it now. If I'm not mistaken, this would not have happened. We're kind of going to go backwards in time because I think the more egregious stuff regarding the Democrats, which is kind of our wheelhouse on this show, we'll get to later on in the show. Um, just before all this happened, Democrats, I think it was the oversight committee, released a few pretty damning emails that basically showed that Trump was, according to Jeffrey Epstein, these were Epstein emails, according to Epstein, telling, I believe it was Ghislaine Maxwell and a couple other people, back in 2011, if I'm not mistaken, that Trump was, quote, the dog that hasn't barked. And this led to a whole bunch of questions. And not long after that, Republicans in the Oversight Committee leaked 20,000 emails regarding Jeffrey Epstein and all his contacts and whatnot. These were only available because these were all emails that were previously used um, as evidence in prior criminal cases. And so these were emails that were actually in possession, that the Epstein estate had possession of, that the Republicans took and basically released out there because these had already been seen before in prior criminal cases and whatnot. And boy, did this drop really get the ball rolling on the Epstein file release and the petition, the discharge petition being pushed by Representative Rokana and Representative Thomas Massey. So that way it can go to the House floor for a vote, which they ended up doing, and it passed 427-1, and then eventually the House voted to pass it as well.
Mhm.
It was the content of those 20,000 emails that leaked that really held, the White House over the fire to roast, so to speak. And everybody involved was obviously super nervous. Trump was low key panicking in the background, because we're starting to see from even like we were saying at the beginning of the program, the MAGA faithful and like the most notorious, like the big name figures, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, they were not going to be no votes. They were not going to withhold their vote. They're not going to keep these under wraps, because they've actually seen a lot of the um, evidence, so to speak. They've seen a lot of what's actually in the files, and they've actually talked to the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. They're like, no, these all have to get out there. There needs to be accountability for the shit, and rightfully so. It's good for them to actually be right on an issue for once. Um, Now, the White House was so desperate that they actually got Lauren Boebert to meet with them in the Situation Room of the White House, presumably to talk her down and convince her to flip her vote, which ended up like amounting to nothing anyway. She stood firm and wasn't swayed, wasn't intimidated, and now the files are all out there. And at first, Trump was like, "We need to move on to this. We need to focus on how much my administration is winning, and how we're focusing on affordability and this that is all just fucking bullshit." Um, and then Trump basically gives up and is like, "The House should release the Epstein files because there's nothing to see here. Like there's nothing there's nothing in there that like so." There's speculation on as to what the strategy is here by Trump and the White House, because if Trump isn't implicated, because apparently, according to sources, apparently, according to people who went through these 20,000 emails that were leaked, Trump's name was mentioned 1,600 times.
Yeah.
So he's all over these emails. There's a lot of stuff in there that implicates him. There's a lot of stuff in there that clearly and demonstrably shows his close relationship with Epstein. There's something in there that says that he had Thanksgiving in 2017
Yeah.
with Epstein, like that
Right.
during his first term. I mean, even aside from the Michael Wolff stuff, the recordings that were released before the election last year, which these emails do provide even more credence for. Um, it must be like maybe they're thinking, oh, if we just flood the zone, get everything out there at once, and then just back away from it, just deny, or what, or maybe like it's just gonna be super heavily redacted. Who knows? Um, but I guess we'll be finding out soon once Trump actually signs the files into existence and basically like releases them to the public.
Good.
It's a whole hell of a lot. And I'm sure you yeah, I probably texted you about it, about the particular email saying that it was Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, asking Jeffrey Epstein if Putin had the photos of Trump blowing Bubba, and this kind of set off like an internet firestorm, just countless memes galore, and because the speculation is just like, oh, Bubba is Bill Clinton's nickname,
Right.
so like, like it's insane to even think about. But Mark Epstein came out and said, "Oh, no, Bubba didn't mean Bill Clinton. That's not who that was. And I don't know if he's just saying that just to, you know, provide cover, or if it's true.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
whether it's true or not, it's still like embarrassing as fuck. You
Yeah.
know. And then there's speculation, I guess, about uh Jelane's Maxwell's horse being named Bubba or something like that. And it's just like, was it the horse? Who knows? But there's a lot of stuff that's in those emails. What we've seen so far, the fact that Steve Bannon was actually super close with Epstein and actively worked with him to try to rehabilitate his image after his sweetheart deal, his I guess conviction in 2008, and the fact that he still went on years and years after that, fucking doing what he did. It's been an absolute crazy past couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know, they're the big mom Donnie election, gigantic win for the left,
Yep.
huge right wing meltdown because of that. And
Yeah, for those of you listening, thank you for watching. Join your local DSA if you want to get involved. And if you
yeah,
run into people who do want to get involved, get them into the DSA. The Democratic Party needs a slap in the face, and
yes,
that flat hand is the DSA. So
yeah,
embrace it. Like you'll find a lot of really great people. You'll make really cool friends. You'll get to know. I mean, it's the most. I went to the DSA convention in August. By far the most diverse crowd of people I've ever met in my entire life, or been in the same vicinity of in my entire life. People from all walks of life, and it really does epitomize American diversity. And it tries to come up with the best proposal for political action. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree on what that is, but my emphasis for the DSA has been a stronger media presence, right? Like this guy, Ashik, who's our co chair. I'm trying to get him on Meet the Press. Like, I'll know we have won the battle for legitimacy when our co chair is on Meet the Press. So that's just a quick DSA plug for people who are watching who maybe want to get involved in a more serious way, because we need serious people in the left, and people who aren't going to play nice. Like, no more. This is not, oh, the politicians are bad, but the people are just stupid or naive or ignorant. No, they had a first round of Trump. They knew because of Project 2025 what was in store. Everybody, and they had many people in their lives, I'm sure, no matter where they were, I'm sure they had many people in their lives telling them, you got to check out Project 2025. You got to check out Project 2025. It's fucking fascism.
yeah, or at the
And they didn't.
at the very least, like, look into Trump's actual fucking positions. You know, people just brushed it off, just shrugged it
Or
aside.
just,
Like, oh, like, oh, I don't believe this. Why should I believe?
remember his first term. I mean, all he did basically
Yeah,
legislatively was the tax cut.
yeah,
That's
just like
all he did.
just base it off the first term alone. But now it's like, now that he's actually sticking through to his actual beliefs on various things, like the H-1B visas was a big one for MAGA. Like, they were pissed.
Right.
I mean, and yeah, I would be pissed too if I was a normie watching his interview with Laura Ingraham, basically saying that uh, Americans aren't talented enough or smart enough to work these jobs, that you need to import people over here to do. It's just like, fuck you, dude. And it really exposes their position on education in general,
Yeah.
Trump's and the Republican Party, because they understand, and Nick Fuentes actually understands this too. If you educate people more, I mean, the more educated your voter base is, they're not going to vote Republican, and so like that's why they've been so opposed to education for so long. So like when you tell them, like, you need to educate people so that way they can do these better jobs, these more higher paying jobs, they're just completely opposed to that. It's just like, why the fuck would we do that?
Yeah.
That's a big no no in our circles, in our
Right.
ideology, and not to mention too, H-1B visas. You can exploit these people. You can give them. It's basically like labor bonding. I forget the exact term for it. Majority Report used it when I was watching them cover this, but you basically hold their visa over their head and exploit them, giving them lower wages, and if they like, because they can't fucking unionize, right? And so
Right.
like, and that's good for all these industries that rely on H-1B visas because cheaper labor, and they don't have to pay as much to they don't have to shell as much money to train people to
Right.
in these fields. So it's just
Yeah.
fucking gross. That was a big sticking point for MAGA, and I actually do sympathize with a lot of them in that regard because that's not America first. You
No.
know, not at all. And then, and of course, there's this whole fucking like this whole charade with the Epstein thing, is which is getting people so fucking frustrated with him, and also him pandering and catering to the Jews.
APAC.
See us. I mean, us on the left, we make the important distinction that, yeah, you're like you can't side. You can't be a show for Israel. You can't be sucking up to them. You can't be sucking up to APAC or Zionism as a whole. But on the right, it really is just broader anti-Semitism. You know, because it's just easier to think that it's like, oh, Jewish, bingo, that's it. But it's obviously it's a lot more nuanced than that. You know,
Right.
it's the Israeli lobby, it's the Israeli state, it is
Yeah. Well, you always got to
Zionism.
remember. You always got to remember when you're dealing with the Middle East
Hmm.
is that there's a difference between the population and the government. A
Of course.
big difference. The government is usually authoritarian, and the people are usually good.
Hmm.
Iranians are the best example. But Israel is looking like the people are pretty fucked up too.
Yeah,
Israel is looking like they have been brainwashed into thinking that the Palestinians are their mortal enemy,
yeah,
that they are entitled to that land, that their land is theirs, and the Palestinians are just fucking tourists. I mean, it's not so different than the xenophobia here in America. Like, it's a little bit different in that they're trying to come into our society. They're not like trying to like take land or whatever. It's not really about land so much as it is just about being in our society. And that it's the same fear. It's just applied to a different context
yeah. A lot of people on the right want like just
and
total
hate.
assimilation. You know, they want. I mean, whether it be like if you're going to be integrated into American society, it has to be like full tilt boogie. You have to go all the way with it. Um,
According to conservatives.
yeah, like culturally, and obviously, you know, all your ducks got to be in a row. Um, finances, and you got to go through like the legal process of actually like becoming a citizen. The immigration process obviously takes forever. They don't believe in, you know, amnesty, even though Reagan did that. They don't believe in.
Oh, well, that's an important one. I try to remind everyone. It's a
Mhm.
big theme on my show is that Trump is not Reagan. Trump is Reagan on cocaine. Trump is actually Barry Goldwater, but worse. He's actually George Wallace, but more subtle. It's, because George Wallace was an outright segregationist. That's one of the things I like to hear progressivisms play off of. He said segregation today, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. And I think like Graham Plattner, for example, if he had more style, or somebody should say something along the lines of progressivism today, progressivism tomorrow, progressivism forever, because progressivism is the answer to conservatism.
No, yeah, I completely agree, and it just sucks that the Democratic Party is the biggest obstacle uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
preventing progressivism
No,
from
and we had
actually.
my friend Brad on one time, and he
Mhm.
just hates the Democratic Party more than like anybody I think I've ever met.
No,
And
yeah,
he thinks they're evil, and he thinks that they're evil because they present themselves as the public servants that are actually going to deliver an equal opportunity society, and then they don't
yeah,
ever. Like,
nope,
in our lifetime.
no, yeah,
In our lifetime, that has never happened. The effort has never even been there. It's like you
yeah,
look at when they've had power and what they've done with it, and I mean, even Obama.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Obama.
It's gross because like I texted Megan this a week ago when it happened, but that vote by the Senate Democrats to reopen the government when they had all the leverage, they had no reason to. They had the Republicans backed up into a corner. Everything was going in their favor. Polling was favoring them a whole lot more. And then all of a sudden, they turn around and just basically give up for literally no reason and reopen the government.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't give a shit. They don't want
No,
to fight. They don't.
they're evil.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's
they're incompetent. I mean, they're just. I don't know if I don't think the Democrats are necessarily. I mean, it could be a different form of evil. It's debatable. It's definitely.
they
It's not debatable that the GOP is evil,
in a selfish
but
way. Yeah,
it is debatable whether or not the DNC is evil. I mean, I think
yeah.
it's more competence, and I think it's more of a fractionalized decision making tree where you've
Yes, the
got
leadership.
people in power who are not in power because they deserve to be. They're in power because they've been around a while,
Hmm.
or they've got Nancy Pelosi as their best friend. You know, like, I mean, we're not the problem with the Democratic Party is it's not actually democratic. It's
Yes.
authoritarian.
Yeah.
It's authoritarian,
No, of
and it's an
course.
aristocracy,
It's
and it's
gross.
who's bringing in the money, right?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
bringing in the money?
Who are the good fundraisers? Like
Yep.
if you fundraise money good enough, then you get
There's a
the
place for you in the Democratic
yep.
Party.
Yeah, and I think in I hate to see it, but like I'm not surprised. I think AOC is kind of going that way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. Well, so do you know the DSA? I don't know. I have to check, but that was up for vote at the DSA convention whether or not to censure her for her vote on Iron Dome.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
and my chapter at the time, because I've changed chapters since, voted to censure her.
Interesting.
And I don't know if DSA censored her. Look, we need to look past AOC. AOC is a fucking building block. AOC is not the savior. Okay? Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, she's gotten smarter. Okay? It's an earned intelligence. She's not naturally brilliant. We need a bitch with balls. If you had Kamala's personality and Kamala's toughness, because I actually do think she comes across as pretty fucking tough.
Mhm.
But I think in her public persona, she comes across as tough. But in private, I think she got told what to do.
Yeah.
I think she got told what to do by Biden's people, and she should have cleaned house. The first thing she should
Yeah.
have done was fire every single Biden head that she could get a hold of and say,
Mhm.
sorry, thank you for your service, but this is my show now. This is
Yeah,
my
she
show
didn't.
now.
She didn't have the balls to do that. But and we can talk about the Harris campaign forever, especially since that book of hers finally came out, like
Oh my God,
107 days.
127 or whatever. It was one.
Yeah,
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 the title of it was an excuse.
yeah.
The
No,
title of the
yes, it
book was
was.
the
It
title of the
really
book
was.
was a fucking excuse.
Yeah,
Grow up.
it's like yeah, dude. It's like you want to stay in the good graces of the campaign, the administration that gave you your vice presidential spots, but also you understand like these fuckers shouldn't be in charge of anything, and she didn't know how to toe that line and appeal to the Democratic voter or the American people in a broad enough way, because she didn't even fucking last in the primaries. She didn't run. She just
Right. I know
it's
she didn't
just
even make it to
way
the primary.
everything was just she was just way too big for her
Well,
britches.
I mean, people don't want to say it. I mean, people don't. I mean, it's the era of the vice presidency is in terms of the Democratic side, because why was Biden? How did Biden become president? Because he was Barack Obama's vice president. How
Yeah,
did Kamala become vice president? Because they wanted a woman.
yeah, just
It
passing
didn't
the
even matter that
baton
it didn't
and
even matter. Let's be serious. Like I'm being detailed with it. It wasn't that she was a woman of color. It was that she was just a woman. They
Mhm.
were going to have a woman on Biden's ticket. No matter what, they were going to do it.
Yeah.
And they picked the wrong one. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe they did pick someone who could have beaten Trump if Biden, sometime after the midterms, had been like, hey, I'm slipping. I'm getting older. Got some cognitive tests back. I
Mhm.
should probably duck out. He could have resigned. He could have resigned and made her president and made her the incumbent.
Yes, and that would have been the smartest move, but he had too much fucking pride, and he wasn't really all there to really, you know, understand the stakes to begin with. You know, yeah, entirely gross. And but to get back on
Yeah, get us back on
AOC,
track.
um, she she was asked about I guess what's their name, Chi Ose, um, filing paperwork to run against Hakeem Jeffries. So I guess it's someone who's
Oh
running for
yeah, and she said
Jeffrey
no. I
seat.
don't think it's a good time to challenge the leader. Isn't that
Wrong.
what she said?
Yep. Wrong fucking
Yeah,
answer, AOC. Like
yeah.
she's done. Like that's
Okay,
a
so
wrong fucking answer.
okay, okay.
I'm
Two
I'm
things.
so over her, dude.
I know. No,
That is
let's
not
deal with
the
it.
answer.
Let's deal with it because you got to get because you're gonna see. This is the thing. We're kind of in. I know we're on YouTube, but we're kind of in radio, and we're kind of giving people like things that they can carry with them into the next conversations about this stuff. Two
Yeah.
things about AOC from me. I have never ever seen her as management material. I
Hmm.
have never seen her in the
Yeah.
White House. I have never seen her as a national political figure that can transcend the diversity and the problems of diversity in our mass mediated culture.
Yeah.
She is not that smart. She's not that quick witted. She doesn't talk fast enough. And she's from
Right.
New York. You know how fucking fast New Yorkers usually talk?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
most of them are goddamn smart.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
New Yorkers are smart motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. It really is the most hectic city because there's so much going on. There's so many people there at once. It's like, yeah, yeah, it checks out.
So that's the first thing is that I've never believed that she's management material.
Hmm.
And the second thing is I think there should be she's a cornerstone. She can be not a cornerstone, but a building block for a
Hmm.
new party. And she should be emphasizing that she should be doing events with Kat Abigzalia in Illinois. She should be
Yeah.
doing events with Grant. I
Yes.
mean, well, she did do it. She did do an event with Grant Plattner.
That's good.
So more of that. Like
He's
that's
looking
where
good.
she's useful. That's where she's useful. Get her on camera, get her in front of crowds. Great.
Hmm.
But someone's going to have that come to Jesus conversation with her. AOC, you are not Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
You are Nancy Pelosi. You are the next. If you want to be the next Nancy Pelosi, you can be, but you will never be president.
Hmm.
That's the offer.
Sure.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Honestly, like for fuck's sake, she could be the House leader. I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see
Yeah.
it because, like, she's not going to go after Chuck Schumer, even though she could. She
Well, yeah,
100%.
it would. Yeah, but the timing's off, isn't it? Like 4 years away or something.
It would be like, I mean, things could change in the next few years, but if she's not, I mean, there is the divide between the House and the Senate, and the House doesn't involve himself in the affairs of the Senate, and vice versa. So it would make sense politically, like shut up, AOC, you're in the House. What are you commenting on what the Democratic leadership in the Senate does, or who, or what the Senate does in general? So like there is that perspective, but it's like and also not to mention it is a few years away before she does even challenge Chuck Schumer. But if this is the way she talks about not challenging, when it comes to like the prospect of challenging Democratic leadership, and she like shuts it down, it's like what what did we even vote you in to office for?
Right.
Like, remember knock down the house?
And
Remember
the
remember the
squad.
squad?
Yeah.
Remember
What
the
happened to the
Justice
squad, by
Democrat?
the way?
Yeah,
When they Squad
God,
didn't the
for
squad get cut
real.
in half?
God, yeah. Like, unfortunately, Jamal Bowman and Corey Bush are no longer in there. Thanks, APAC. But like, just it's Dems. Like, come on, you you are there to change the system, and the system's changing her. I hate to see it. Like, it, and I hate.
But isn't that the odds on? Isn't that the favorite? Like when the this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens. This is what I'm
Fuck you,
especially.
Jimmy Dore. Sorry.
This is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about with why was he right about AOC or something?
He ended up being right.
Yeah.
You know, maybe for the wrong reasons, but like, for fuck's sake, dude.
Well, I'm on the record a long time ago saying I like her and as part of the team, but I don't like her as a leader of the team.
Mm-hmm.
She's not leading policy discussions.
Yeah.
She's not leading
No.
policy discussions, dude.
Yeah. Like
not.
she is certainly no Mom Donnie. That dude still like
No.
impresses the fuck out of me. And also there's like Katie Wilson, socialist. She just won her mayoral seat in Seattle. So Seattle's got a Mom Donnie
Great.
up there as well. And
That's
now
awesome.
that Pelosi is retiring, maybe we'll finally get some sort of Democratic, socialist, or a progressive that takes her seat in San Francisco. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's a guy that's running against her.
I forget his name. Yeah,
he's a Indian guy, I think.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
believe so. Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean it's gonna. Let's talk about. Do you have anything you want to move on to specifically? I wanted to indulge. I want to have a group discussion here about just a spitballing session. But
well, like,
yeah, go ahead.
It's just like the Democratic Party will forever be like the most frustrating entity in politics for us on the left to deal with. Fascism, fucking far right, MAGA, conservatism. It's easy. Like, it's so predictable. They're very easy to understand, relative to basically like all other um, political ideologies that are
Yes,
the loudest, I guess you could say.
Resistance. Well, I think it's the simplest ideology to understand. It's just resistance to change. That's what the word means.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Change. We should always be cautious of change.
That's
what?
That's
no,
why.
not in today's world.
That's
not
why,
in today's world.
Exactly. That's why so many Democrats are actually fucking conservatives. People within the party.
Right.
People
Exactly.
are in the Senate.
Yeah,
and
like
the House.
my
Yes.
fucking congressman. My congressman's congressman's a Mexican-born immigrant who served in the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
So he's, in terms of his image, he's kind of untouchable.
Sure.
And what does he do when he gets into office? What does he do? He backs up the Democratic Party's deportation shit, and more than 85% of money that comes into my congressional district goes towards where? The military.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
And we got problems. We got problems that we could use federal money to solve. But that federal money's got to go to the military bases in our district first, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, it's gross. And like, because of the Democratic leadership, it really is like the vehicle. It really is like the obstruction, I guess you could say, for progressive change. Look no further, because we talked about, we mentioned Graham Plattner earlier. Janet Mills, the governor of Maine, she was tapped to run for Senate in the state when she's 70 fucking 100 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you already have Graham Plattner hitting the ground running with a great grassroots campaign, a little bit of baggage, but he's a tried and true progressive, authentic, and Chuck Schumer sees that and is like, no, that won't do. Janet Mills, you should run. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like Susan,
no,
Collins is I believe is the Republican
she's a Republican. Yeah, the other guy is independent.
Yeah, Angus King, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking piece of
He's a
shit.
dinosaur. He's
Yeah,
a
that
dinosaur.
stupid fuck. We'll get into him in a little bit when it comes to the Senate Dem shutdown fucking whole thing. But yeah, no, Chuck Schumer is basically the kingmaker in the Senate, and so because they can't get a hold of a grasp on Graham Plattner, they gotta throw a spoiler in there. Can't have progressive change. Can't have someone questioning or threatening the system. Someone who's actually seen uh, um, just the worst when it comes to because I think he served in the military and like
No.
he sees just the utter betrayal that himself and plenty of other Americans um, have been dealt. And a lot of that has to do with the ineptitude of the fucking Democrats, you
Yeah.
know. And if he gets in there, I really fucking hope he does strike me as a guy who will get in there and wreak havoc,
Yeah.
like an opposite Fetterman, you know.
Yeah. Yo, Fetterman, dude, that guy is such a
Yeah,
piece of shit.
yeah,
What a
big
fucking
time.
piece of shit.
Yeah,
Because I mean, once again, we're back to my buddy Brad's criticism.
mhm,
Presents himself as a big change Democrat.
yep,
And then what does he do once he gets in office? Does what he's told.
exactly. Yeah, yep, yeah.
Yeah.
And now, because it's insane to think about like how big of a victory election night was a couple weeks ago for Democrats, like up and down the board. 2 weeks ago, the fourth, they won the I think the governorship in New Jersey and Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, by double digits above and beyond. And we're talking about these new Democrat governors who are progressives,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know, uh, getting votes in districts and in counties that went to Trump, but getting their vote by double digits, like by
Mm-hmm.
huge margins. We're talking about plus 30, plus 40. You know, just a huge swing from Trump to end up ending up voting for the Democrat in the race. It's absolutely insane. Not to mention the victory from Mamdani, you know, which was expected, but it's still huge nonetheless. And seeing the MAGA meltdown in response to that, Democrats leadership looks at that and is like, "Oh, that's nice and all, but we can't really have that. What are we gonna do? We're gonna end the shutdown. Like we're holding strong on because the biggest reason they had the shutdown to begin with was to protect Americans' health care. They didn't want the ACA credits to expire.
Right.
You know, and there's still a whole lot of fucking MAGA idiots that don't understand that Obamacare
Yes.
and the Affordable Care Act are the same
The
thing.
same thing.
And by those credits expiring, healthcare premiums would double, triple, even quadruple. Small businesses would have to shell out thousands upon thousands more each year. Um, Republicans should have been praying that the Democrats held strong and didn't cave. Democrats didn't cave. It's like the analogy. I think I gave you a sort of analogy when I texted you about it. It's like Democrats are in the red zone. You know, it's first down, and instead of going for a touchdown or kicking a field goal, they punt it away. Like
Yeah.
that's how egregious this shit was. And Fetterman's name was on it. Angus King's name was on it.
Yep.
And it was put together by Schumer,
Yeah.
but because he had enough of a cast of rotating villains that were going to cross the aisle and vote to reopen the government, he said, no, I'm not going to. He voted no. And it's like it doesn't even fucking matter. Like you got the votes you needed. It's like so fucking transparent.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And now it was all for a pinky promise that a month from
That they'll
now
put, yeah.
the Republicans will put a
Which
vote
they
up.
won't. They'll
Yeah,
find a
yeah,
reason not
good,
to.
good luck, guys. Fucking yeah, like this was your time to hold their feet to the fire, extract some fucking concessions because that's how leverage works, and they threw the ball away. They didn't drop the ball. They didn't turn over on downs. They punted while they were in the red zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just embarrassingly, shockingly, bafflingly bad, and like everybody was pissed. Everybody was talking about how stupid this was. Even like the blue dog, vote blue no matter who, Ezra Klein esque, abundance type liberal uh, Democrats and shit. Like the Democrat Party cheerleaders were like, "What in the fuck?" So like, yeah, unbelievable that happened. But the reason why, and there's a lot of speculation, the reason why they actually did end up like, okay, we gotta get the government open. Um, they didn't have a plan. They didn't have anything extracted from the Republicans. They didn't have anything. They didn't agree to a plan. Republicans kept on resisting. It's like that's when you just hold out longer.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's not complicated. They just caved. I mean,
yeah.
Schumer's a piece of shit. Like,
He should resign immediately.
gonna go
He
down. Like,
resigned
he needs
earlier
to
this
resign.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Someone needs to call him out on live TV and be like, "Will you do America a favor and retire and
Yeah.
get the fuck out of the way?
please,
Because you have done nothing good.
Mhm.
You have done nothing good while you
No.
have been in power. You're a disgrace to this party.
Yeah,
And
big
you ought to
time.
be ashamed of yourself. Like, where is this voice? You
Yeah.
know, I vote for. I think I was on this space earlier today, and I said, you know, Gavin Newsom's talking tough. He's the only one who's talking tough. And if he starts dropping the white trash fascism bomb, if he starts dropping the like crypto Nazis and embracing like the utter dismissal, like I'm talking social punishment. You wear a MAGA hat in New York City, you wear a MAGA hat in Boston, Chicago, DC, LA, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle,
Mhm.
hell, Minneapolis, any of these cities, you wear a MAGA hat, you will not be served at bars, restaurants, or clubs. You will. If you have that shit on your car, your tires are going to get slashed and nobody's coming to help you. No tow trucks are going to be discouraged from helping you.
Yeah.
And, you know, like this is this is a
This
nonviolent sociocultural revolution. Like I want it to be civil rights. Like this is civil rights 2.0.
yeah.
It's going on the offense
No,
and
right.
saying, no, we're going to hurt you now. It's not you like you hurt America. Now we're going to hurt you tenfold so that it never happens again.
Yeah, what's crazy is like it yeah, there's a few things I want to say. I mean, first thing is Gavin Newsom's not the guy to do it. He's already he's a shapeshifter. It's like Kyle Kalinske says, and he actually covered them earlier today. Um, Gavin Newsom said, Democratic Party is it's a big umbrella, big tent. This should be the party of both the Mamdanis and the Mansions, the Joe Mansions."
Right.
The guy who
Fucked up.
single-handedly
Yeah.
killed Joe Biden's agenda, who's the reason why we couldn't get Build Back Better. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
In what regard, in what capacity does Joe fucking Manchin belong in the Democratic Party? The dude's a fucking West Virginian. He belongs in the Republican Party. He's an
Yes.
obstructionist. He's the fucking rotating villain of the Senate. And this is what I wanted to get to is like the reason the Senate Democrats voted to reopen the government wasn't just because, well, two main things, but the biggest thing was they did not want to change the rules to the filibuster. They didn't want to risk the Republicans changing the rules to the filibuster. They don't even want to get rid of the filibuster because the filibuster, which is the made up rule, it's not a fucking law or anything like that. The made up rule in the Senate that for certain pieces of legislation or whatever, you need 60 votes to pass it instead of the even
Regular
50.
51, right?
Yeah, the even 51. Yeah. Um, and the reason that's in place is not to, eh, encourage bipartisanship or anything like that. No, it's so if the Democrats have power and there's legislation that gets passed through the House that ends up being rather progressive and beneficial towards working class Americans and potentially harmful towards their donors and the ruling class, the billionaire class, the elites and shit. They can all vote for it, but if they don't have if they don't have a 60 vote majority over the Republicans in the Senate, they point to the filibuster and be like, "Oh, we can't get it passed because not enough Republicans are crossing the aisle to do so." It really is just a wedge mechanism to be wielded against progressives and progressive chains. Eh, that's what it's been used for, you know.
Yeah.
And the Republicans already signaled because Trump wanted them to end the filibuster, but I think Republican leadership was like, "Nah, we're not going to do that."
No, they
You
want it.
know, yeah. Was that?
They want it.
Yeah, yeah. They want to keep it
Yeah.
in place, of course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even though that was already said, not long after Democrats voted to reopen the government, and that was their excuse. Oh, Republicans were going to take away the filibuster. We can't risk that. It's just like fuck you. The filibuster is an undemocratic fucking mechanism. It's not law. You guys put it there. You could change the rules at any time, even if it's temporary. You
Right.
fucks. And then, of course, there's the thing about like even Robert Reich called it
Yeah.
early on in the government shutdown. The first thing that will start to happen is um, airline delays at the airports and whatnot, because
Yeah.
people aren't getting paid, and pilots are federal workers, and they're going to stop showing up to work because they're not getting their paychecks, and it's already like super. There's already a huge shortage of pilots to begin with, so that was going to be the first thing to go. Lo and behold, uh, several airports across the country, several airlines, um, indicated that they were going to start reducing capacity for their flights, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And Senate Democrats and Republicans alike, because they fucking work more in tandem than I think a lot of people give them credit for or would like to believe. They didn't want to risk extending the shutdown to like maybe this week, and then end up missing flights, to get home for Thanksgiving and shit, because they all fly, right?
Right.
And that probably very much played a role in their decision making when it came to ending the shutdown, like the fucking pussy cowards they are.
Yeah.
In the end,
All right.
yeah,
I'm fucking exhausted, but yeah, it was great to see you, man. I hope you're
yeah,
doing well.
yeah. It's been
It's
good.
actually like we'll finish up. Let's finish up talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
sure, okay.
because Marjorie Trader Greene has
hmm
broken with
hmm
MAGA.
Oh yeah,
And she and Trump, like, I don't think there's any going back from this. Like, Trump has
no,
got her a nickname. Like, once you get a nickname from
yes,
Trump, I'm pretty sure it's over,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, that relationship is done. So, what if, what if, like,
She sees the writing on the wall.
but what if you got Marjorie Taylor Greene to like cross the aisle?
I doubt it. I still think that she's very much a far right lunatic.
because of
She's just
you know why? To the abortion issue.
oh yeah, no, I mean
Abortion.
sure,
She would never flip on abortion.
yeah, no, like I don't see her becoming fucking even a centrist. Honestly, I think she's still
Yeah.
very much going to be like
She just caught up
remain.
in this one issue.
I bet it's several issues, honestly, if you broke it down, because she is a fucking far right lunatic. It's just the thing is, she's had a coming to Jesus moment, for lack of a better phrasing. Her thing is, from what I've been able to gather, is that she is appalled by the way women are looked at by the Republican Party,
Yeah.
the way that women are treated, especially um, in leadership roles,
Yeah.
and
I'm
this
sure she's been
and
told to shut up
oh
a bunch.
oh yeah, no, yeah,
Yep.
and so I think that's kind of played into her, I guess, awakening, so to
Mm.
speak, and that's why she's doing this whole media tour. Like, I need to represent my constituents. I really
And
am
herself. I
a
mean,
church
she's setting
person.
herself up for a post-Trump career.
That's all it comes down to, honestly. So who knows how
And I mean,
it
she's
is?
sticking to her guns. Look, I
Yeah.
hate Marjorie Taylor Greene. I
Oh,
think she's a spawn of Satan. But she she has stuck to her guns on the Epstein issue. She
mhm.
always said that if Epstein comes out and Trump's on it, like he's off my fucking board. And
Yeah,
so yeah,
I think
so
she knows.
it's
Yeah,
good to see.
she knows. Nancy Mace knows. Lauren Boebert knows.
Yeah,
Um,
have Nancy Mason, Lauren Boebert gone public with their disapproval?
yeah,
Oh, they have.
yeah. I mean, fucking like the White House was so upset they called Lauren Boebert herself to come
Oh,
to the
right. You mentioned that earlier.
situation room.
Try to get her flip her
Yeah,
vote. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, crazy. It's crazy shit right now, and there is such fractionalizing within MAGA right now. You got, you know, the Republican, the classics, the classic figures. You got like Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, um, Lindsey Graham, like the classic conservatives on one side, um, and then you have like the new burgeoning um, MAGA movement who are starting to actually break with Trump and see through all the bullshit and are like anti-Israel. The Tucker Carlsons, the um, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, and then you got Marjorie Taylor Greene, and there's a MAGA civil war right now, and
yeah.
uh, you the line's clearly drawn. It's like you still have Trump loyalists that are still very much uh, uh, riding his coattails. And it who knows how authentic it is or not. A lot of them are
Right.
still stupid. A lot of them are very much
Yeah, but it's.
not
I mean, I
as in
think it just
tune.
let's take notes, right? Let's
Yeah,
take notes on who does what, and keep track of everybody, and
yeah.
make sure that when they're up for reelection, they get the fucking boot.
No, of course.
That
And
I
all, and
mean,
all
we
the
can't.
people.
No one has a crystal ball here in terms of being able to tell what's going to happen with MAGA once Trump's gone.
No,
Like
right.
let's all have a little bit of humility
Mhm.
because this subculture is probably just lying in waiting for its next big leader, right?
Yeah,
That's all it really is. It's all it really
exactly.
is. Like it's just a matter of time before someone else comes along and rallies all these white trash idiots, bullies, and cowards
Yeah.
together and gins them up into the blame game. Scapegoat politics works. Here we go again.
Yes. The far right figures who are smart enough to realize that they can no longer provide cover for Trump or make excuses for him or play defense.
Right.
Up to this point, they are starting to shift and they're starting to either shut the fuck up and protect their tweets like that fucking coward libs of TikTok, um, or I mean, people who just coming out and saying it outright, like Tim Dillon is like, "Oh, MAGA's
It's
dead."
over. Maga's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah. Nick Finnis saying Maga's lots. Maga is dead was trending late last week.
Nice.
For damn good reason. Like everywhere on Twitter.
All right, we got to
Um,
wrap. My camera's about to die.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, well, you can
yeah.
stay on. You can stay on if you want. Oh wait, here we go. Anonymous bastard, real quick.
Hey,
The only silver lining about Schumer and his camp ending the shutdown is the generations of liberals that will be radicalized into full-blown socialists. Hey, it's a
yeah.
decent point. Yeah,
Yep,
it'll be a
yep.
good reaction effect. Very
Oh
good
yeah,
reaction effect. Good point, ABS.
yeah.
Um, dude, let's.
Maga is dying
I
though.
hope you come. You text me and let me know that you want to come back on, because I find these conversations with you therapeutic, like legitimately. And I think we
Well,
cover
good.
ground really organized way on camera. I don't even care if anyone watches this. I usually get quite a few views after the fact, but
Mhm.
I really want to keep. If you want to come back to once a week or once every other week, maybe after Thanksgiving, whatever. Like let's talk more, because if this MAGA implosion, I think we were both depressed as to how successful MAGA was, and we
Yeah,
just got fucked up. And
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's kind of like this. Oh yeah, here we go.
I can still hear you
Um,
though. If you want,
I know, I
if
know.
you want to sign off.
I'm gonna change cameras. I'm gonna change
Okay,
cameras.
cool. Yeah. Maga's dead is it's very very encouraging to see because have you seen the movie Inglorious Bastards?
Yeah,
Yeah. So like you see the hats being burned and you see blue America First hats being a bit more um I guess popularized for lack of a better term. And there's a meme going around. There's a tweet that quote tweeted someone posting them throwing like it was a comic of them throwing their MAGA hat away and putting on the America First hat. And the quote tweet says, in the movie Inglorious Bastards, the they put they carve swastikas in the foreheads of the survivors for
right,
a reason.
right. So
you
everyone
know,
knows.
yeah, it's like you can't just you, you can't just pretend you were never a part of this fucking movement
No,
and the damage that it's fucking caused this country and the world.
that's what I'm
You know?
saying, y'all. Get
Yeah,
those lists together. Get those lists together,
of
so that when
course.
we get power, when we get back in power, if and when we get back in power, we can make sure that everybody pays the price for their treason, because
Yes,
that's what MAGA is.
forever.
That's the rhetorical line that we need to get to, is calling them treasonous Trump trash traitors.
Yeah,
Like, enough.
forever ostracize them. Like,
Yeah, enough.
like
Like, it's
we know
over.
what you stood for.
Mhm.
You should not be in any public light. Like you don't deserve it. Of course not.
Are you gonna keep going?
Nah, I think this is it for me. We solid
Okay.
hour. We basically
Yeah.
covered everything I wanted to say.
Nice.
I will. I'll keep you posted. Um, I'm not sure if I want to make this a regular thing, but we'll see.
Well, next week's a
Um,
weird week with Thanksgiving, so we
right,
can
of
just play it by
course.
ear. So it'll either be
Yeah,
one before, one after. If you don't do next week, do the week after.
for sure. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, let's
definitely.
let's do it a couple times a month at least, because I need some fucking therapy.
Of course.
Brutal, man.
I'll let you know for sure. I did put in the description for this live feed. Don't call the comeback. No, seriously. But we'll see.
All right. For Stat Pat Stateless Patriot of the Central Valley, I am Dieter McBusiness, American Wasp. This is the Left Coast Live, and we appreciate you watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye, y'all.
Have a good night.